Today I'm going to share with you my thoughts on Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, the latest Cosmere novel by Brandon Sanderson. This book was released on July 1st, 2023 as part of a Kickstarter campaign, and it's a standalone story told by Hoyd, the mysterious storyteller who pops up in many of Sanderson's books. The book is set on Kamashi, a planet where a shard named Virtuosity splintered herself, creating two very different lands, Kilahito, a city shrouded in darkness where nightmares roam, and Torio, a hot and dry land where people rely on spirits for survival. The main characters are Yumi, a Yoki-Iho who can summon and command spirits, and Painter, a nightmare painter who captures nightmares for a living. They come from opposite worlds, but their lives become intertwined when they start seeing visions of each other and discover a hidden connection between their lands. While I liked the book on a certain level, it had a very slow start. Yumi and the Nightmare Painter has a unique and complex magic system, and rich and diverse world-building and a cast of likable yet flawed characters. The book also explored some interesting themes, such as identity, responsibility, prejudice, and cooperation. On the downside, the first half is poorly paced, and the plot is predictable. Yumi and Painter were both great protagonists. They had distinct personalities, goals, and struggles, and they grew a lot throughout the story. I liked how they learned to understand and respect each other's cultures, and how they worked together to solve the mystery of their situation and save their worlds from disaster. Their relationship was sweet and believable, with some humor and tension along the way. The book was not perfect. It had some flaws that might bother some readers. For one thing, it was very short for a Sanderson novel, only 479 pages long. This made the story feel rushed near the end, which was satisfying, but also left some questions unanswered. I wish the book had more time to explore the history and lore of Kamashi, as well as the motivations and actions of some secondary characters. Another thing that might annoy some readers is the narration style. The book is told by Hoyd in first person, as if he is telling the story to someone else, presumably another Cosmere character. This means that he often breaks the fourth wall, makes jokes and comments, and sometimes spoils what's going to happen next. I personally found this amusing and charming, but I can see how it might ruin the immersion or suspense for some people. Overall, I think Yumi and the Nightmare Painter is an okay addition to the Cosmere universe. It's fun when the action picks up after midway, and it showcases Sanderson's creativity and skill as a writer. I should have loved it, but it was a chore to work through the early part of the book. It's also a standalone story that can be enjoyed by anyone, even if they haven't read any other Cosmere books before. I'd recommend it to fantasy fans. My rating, 3 out of 5 stars.